So good morning, each one of you. Today we'll start chapter number 10, respiration in organisms. So yesterday we discussed the misunderstood words of this chapter as well as the aim of the chapter. I hope each one of you have done in the notebook. So let's continue with the chapter respiration in organism. So the process of respiration, children, we are going to study in humans, how humans respire, and the respiration in the different organisms in different animals. So this is whole about this chapter we are going to study, and even different types of respiration. Okay, so let's study what is this respiration process, how many organs are involved in this process. So in the beginning, here is a story that Bujo was eagerly waiting for his grandparents to coming because they were coming from the town, and he run very fast. So what happens? He started breathing rapidly. So his grandmother asked that why you are breathing so fast. So Bujo was telling that I have came here by running. So Bujo was totally surprised. Then because when I was just moving slowly, then there was simple breathing, and when he was running, then what happens? The breathing rate increases. So we are going to study that breathing is also the part of respiration. So all things we are going to study here in this chapter. Children, you must also have done whenever you play. What happens after playing? The breathing rate increases. Okay, your breathing rate becomes faster. And if you are at rest or you are sleeping, your breathing rate is slow. So let's study what this happens. So Vedika, start with 10.1. Why do we respire? Vedika, start reading.
Yes, ma'am. In chapter 2, you learned that all organisms are made of small microscopic units called cells. A cell is the smallest structural and functional unit of an organism. Each cell of an organism performs certain functions such as nutrition, transport, excretion, and reproduction. To perform these functions, the cell needs energy. Even when we are eating, sleeping, or reading, we require energy. But where does this energy come from? Can you say why your parents insist that you should eat regularly? The food has stored energy which is released during respiration. Therefore, all organisms respire to get energy from food. During breathing, we breathe in air. You know that air contains oxygen. We breathe out air, which is rich in carbon dioxide. The air we breathe in is transported to all parts of the body and ultimately to each cell. In the cells, oxygen in the air helps in the breakdown of food. The process of breakdown of food in the cell with the release of energy is called cellular respiration. Cellular respiration takes place in the cells of all
Okay,
organisms.
thank you, Beta. So children, you all know we breathe in air that is rich in oxygen, and we breathe out carbon dioxide. And the air we breathe in is transported to all parts of the body, and ultimately that reaches to the cells of our body. And the cells take energy from that, and they perform the different functions. So here is a definition of cellular respiration: the process of breakdown of a food in a cell with the release of energy is known as cellular respiration. Yes, Vansh Sharma, continue. Now what happens? Children, in this we are going to study about the different types of respiration now. So let's discuss
Yes,
about first type of respiration. Continue.
okay, ma'am. In the cell, the food glucose is broken down into carbon dioxide and water using oxygen. When breakdown of glucose occurs with the use of oxygen, it is called aerobic respiration. Food can also be broken down without using oxygen This is called anaerobic respiration. Breakdown of food release energy, glucose in the presence of oxygen, carbon dioxide plus water plus energy.
Okay, but
You
wait
should
for a
know.
second. Wait. So, children, it's very, very important to understand when the breakdown of food is in the presence of oxygen. It's very important. Try to understand. If the breakdown of the food is in the presence of oxygen, then that is known as aerobic respiration. And when the breakdown of food is in the absence of oxygen, then this is known as anaerobic respiration. One difference between the two types of respiration you can give of definition, and another difference you can give of this equation. What products are formed, like see in the this equation, glucose, when it break down with the use of oxygen, what is released? Carbon dioxide plus water plus energy is released. Am I clear, children? Just see the equation, each one of you. When glucose break down in the aerobic respiration, what products are formed? Carbon dioxide plus water plus energy. These products are formed. But secondly, what happens when the glucose breakdown in the absence of oxygen? Then see what is formed: alcohol plus carbon dioxide plus energy is released. So you may find the difference between these two types of the equation. See the difference in two types of equation. This is the equation for aerobic respiration, and this is the equation for anaerobic respiration. Are you able to see the difference? The product of aerobic respiration is carbon dioxide plus water plus energy, and the products for the anaerobic respiration is alcohol plus carbon dioxide plus energy is there. Okay, and here are few of the organisms you may underline. Some organisms such as yeast that can survive in the absence of air, they are known as anaerobes. Kindly underline this. When the respiration is in the absence of oxygen, that is known as anaerobic, and the organism, they are known as anaerobes. Children, up to here, is it clear? So there may be an extra question. Kindly frame one extra question. Differentiate between aerobic and anaerobic respiration. Kindly frame one extra question over here. Differentiate between anaerobic and aerobic respiration. Differentiate between aerobic and anaerobic respiration. Are you able to do?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you have to write the differences between these two. One difference is of definition, and second difference you may write for the equation, that what products are formed. So next is, let's move to the next part of the chapter. Now children, what happened? What is yeast? We have talked about yeast. Yeast is a single celled organism. Kindly underline it. Yeast is a single celled organism. They respire anaerobically. During this process, they yield alcohol. Therefore, that is used to make beer and wine. Kindly underline this and kindly write down. So this is a paragraph regarding yeast. It's a single celled organism. Single celled organism, and they respire anaerobically, and if they respire anaerobically, they form alcohol, and that is used to make in beer and wine. So one more extra question can be there regarding it. Now let's move further, children. What happens when our muscles respire anaerobically? So what happens during this? Yes, Nishcha Jain, continue.
Excuse me, ma'am.
This paragraph is very, very important. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, please once more tell what is aerobic and anaerobic
Okay, I will
respiration.
explain. Wait. Let him read the paragraph. Nishcha, continue with this paragraph. Our muscle cells.
Okay, ma'am. Our muscle cells can also respire anaerobically, but only for a short time when there is a temporary deficiency of oxygen. During heavy exercise, fast running, cycling, walking for many hours, or heavy weightlifting, the demand for energy is high, but the supply of oxygen to produce the energy is limited. Then anaerobic respiration takes place in the muscle cells to fulfill the demand of energy. Glucose in the absence
Yes, yes, continue.
Glucose in the absence of oxygen gives lactic acid plus energy.
Yes. So children, what
Have you
happens? Let me tell you what happens when our muscles respire anaerobically. What happens when you do heavy exercise? Whenever you are doing heavy exercise, at that time, what happens? Uh, our muscular cramps are there. Have you seen the muscular cramps during heavy exercise or fast running? Whenever you are doing any of the heavy exercise, either you are cycling, walking, skipping, at that time what happens? Muscular cramps are there and the demand of energy is more in our body. Okay, and the supply of oxygen is less. So two different things are there. Try to understand this thing. It's very, very important. The demand of oxygen is more, but the supply is less. That's why at that time, anaerobic respiration takes place in our body to fulfill the demand of energy. And children, what happens? What is formed after this? During glucose, in the absence of oxygen, it forms lactic acid. It's very, very important. Kindly mark it.
Ritika,
Yes, ma'am.
ma'am, your voice is very low, ma'am. You're not able to listen clearly.
Is it to all children?
Now it is okay, ma'am. Otherwise, I think you're keeping your mic apart.
I don't know. It's in my. Okay, no problem. I'll explain this. So, children, we were talking about the muscular cramps. You must have seen that why muscular cramps takes place. What happens during anaerobic respiration when we are doing heavy exercise, whether you are running fast, cycling, walking, skipping, or weightlifting? That what happens? The demand of energy is high at that time, but the supply is less. So that's why the our muscles they respire anaerobically. Can you tell me the meaning of anaerobic? I'm using this word anaerobic again and again. What does it mean? Kindly raise your hand. What does this anaerobic means? Yes, Kavya.
Ma'am, I'm not clear with these two aerobic and anaerobic.
But you joined late. That's why it's not clear to you. Yes, Vansh.
No, ma'am. Not.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, anaerobic means food. Ma'am, we are also able to digest food with the broken down of oxygen. This
Yes,
means
means
anaerobic
anaerobic
respiration.
means without oxygen and aerobic means with oxygen. The simplest difference between these two is. Yes, Anya Jain.
Anaerobic respiration means a respiration that takes place in the absence of oxygen.
Yes, but the simplest difference between these two. Aerobic means in the presence of oxygen and anaerobic means in the absence of oxygen. And when we are breathing in the absence of oxygen, what is formed in our body? Lactic acid is formed. And that lactic acid is stored in our body. As then we feel the muscular cramps. Now suppose you are moving for 5 to 6 kilometers, or you are running. What happens? After that journey, you will be feeling muscular cramps. So that muscular cramps means the lactic acid has stored in our legs. And how we can get rid of it? Is there any way to get rid of out of it? Tell me. Either we can take a hot water bath or a massage. Okay. Suppose we visited to a Vaishno Devi. So let's take an example. And you had completed the whole journey on foot. So will you feel like muscular cramps? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So because earlier you were not doing such type of exercise, so at that time what happens? Lactic acid gets stored into our body, and we can get rid of that muscular cramps due to the by hot water bath or by massage. Is it clear, children? So it is very amazing that our body respire anaerobically also. That is in the absence of oxygen. I think you must be not be knowing about it earlier. You know that we breathe in the presence of oxygen only, but our body, our muscles, they respire anaerobically. Okay. Now, if let's recap what we have discussed today.